and welcome to the 2023 Online Championship Semifinal match between VRSmith and agoo03. I am Akuchi, and I'm joined in commentary by Sounder.
Hello, hello. Good to be with you.
All right, so the VRSmith, the number 4 seed, and heavy, favorite to make it far in this tournament, is up against agoo03, the 15th seed, who most recently defeated Silly Potter in the quarterfinal match.
Yeah, that was a 7-game match, if I remember correctly. So that was quite an epic match.
Yeah. They've jumped into the first game already. For those who don't know, this is going to be a best of 7 type format. So the first person to win 4 games or get 3 wins and a tie or something like that will be advancing to the finals. And they will be playing Semifinal 4.
That's
who's
right.
able to defeat Nick Sunnock in the other semifinal match earlier this week.
That's right. That was another epic 7-game match that I believe was won by first player all the way until the final 7th game. So it was a good match for sure. Well, yeah, this should be a good one as well. Another, I guess, Japanese versus American semifinal, if I have that correct.
I think so.
Yeah. Of course, VRSmith has been deep in this tournament many times before. I'm pretty sure this is Agoo's first run deep into the tournament.
Yeah, first top 8, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So this first kingdom, let's see. It looks a little bit sad in that we have King's Cash, but no fun kingdom treasures.
Well, you got Jeweled Egg that you can trash and get loot.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, what am I saying? So both players open with a Baron and a Rat Catcher. I wonder if they'll be keeping hold of one or more estates. Baron definitely good for the plus buy it provides.
Yeah, I wonder if there was better plus buy on this board. I mean, there's Jeweled Egg, but I presume you're going to wait a while before you start going that route. So yeah, I wonder if
I think another
Baron is more a play on plus buy or just trying to spike. I guess with Border Village in the kingdom at 6, you're trying to spike that $6 price point too.
Yeah, with Border Village and a $5 smithy in the form of patrol, that's a really attractive price point to hit.
Right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, with both players opening Rat Catcher, I assume they're. I mean, Rat Catcher's kind of sad trashing. It's a little slow. I guess I should say slow trashing. At $2, it's pretty good trasher, but I assume Crypt probably won't get too much play here.
I would expect both players to pick up a second Rat Catcher at some point. Maybe this turn for Agoo with just 3.
Yeah, that
could pick up a Jeweled Egg, but I think I'd really want a pair of Rat Catchers. Warehouse was not on my radar. Interesting.
No, guess that's kind of sifting as a way to find your cards, good cards quicker. But yeah, I think you're right. Like here for VRSmith, certainly I would look at Border Village as well as with a patrol, I assume, and then a Rat Catcher.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Of course, Jay Nails would like VRSmith to pick up a Crypt, I'm sure. So I'm not holding out hope for that.
Yeah, I just seems like Rat Catcher is going to be the way to go as far as the trashing goes.
Yeah, it's trading off against the second patrol, and I definitely want that second patrol. If it really was just a choice between second Rat Catcher and Crypt, and there were no other considerations, I could see the Crypt, but that wasn't the choice before VRSmith.
Right. Good turn here for Agoo.
So yeah, VRSmith did pick up the second Rat Catcher. We'll see if Agoo does the same. And then I expect jeweled eggs to be added just because loot plus King's Cash seems like the best payload by far in the kingdom.
Yeah, I agree. I do think, yeah, they're kind of in the same. They're in the same spot here, where I think you go border village, patrol, rat catcher, but then yeah, as you start getting a little thinner, you can add the jeweled eggs.
So VRSmith hoping very much to see one of his border villages with the rat catcher play.
Yeah, the caravan just drew a copper.
Yeah, I'd trash that. VRSmith is probably thinking about likely price points. Ends up not trashing, so keeping the rat catcher on the mat.
And found the border
Does
village.
manage to find it. Yep, good
Yep.
turn.
Yeah, great turn.
Do you think it's too early? Yeah, definitely too early for King's Cash, right?
Yeah, it's just not going to do anything yet, right?
Yeah, I like picking up another border village and then this time a jeweled egg, just because you need the plus buy, right? And eventually you'll trash it for loot.
Sure. Yeah. Right now you're limited to the two buys. Obviously, you're not going to pick up another Baron. So yeah, I could see a jeweled egg here. Border village and I guess another patrol. I mean, you don't need the draw, but for consistency, it would probably be nice to add a third patrol. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you don't need it.
Maybe we see the crypt, right? Border village crypt here.
Yeah, I
along with
guess.
jeweled egg.
Maybe that's another reason why VRS didn't trash a copper with a rat catcher. They still have all 7 coppers, so yeah, they could get some value out of the crypt. And given that they have 2 buys and 11, that could make sense. Oh, they do go second Baron, and I did not expect that.
Yeah, me neither.
The caravans are nice, I guess, to help give you a little more search space to find those villages to kick your turn off.
Oh yeah. Definitely nice to have like a pair or more. Tracer thinks that the second Baron means that VRSmith isn't going to be pursuing loot.
Yeah, could be. Could be. And I'd say without if King's Cash wasn't on the board, I would think that's very reasonable. But boy, with King's Cash,
Yeah.
that just scales so quickly. You get a couple of King's Cashes and a few loot in your deck, and that produces so much money. And presumably,
Yeah, definitely would.
presumably you're going to have several buys off the loot. Although I guess that's never guaranteed. But
No, but I mean, worst case scenario, you can King's Cash a jeweled egg for the plus buy if you do need to. Like, you get 3 jeweled eggs, trash 2 of them.
sure.
And if you didn't get any plus buy from your loot, you can hold on to the third one just so you have, plenty of plus buy or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so Patrol is top decked here for Agoo, which is nice.
Yep. Similar to VRS, although finding these villages is going to be important to be able to keep the turn going.
Yeah, no caravans in play for VRSmith, right? So that's a dead turn.
Oh, yeah. That's right. So we already know it's a dead turn, don't we? I assume she just plays the Baron then and takes another border village. Agoo following with the second Baron. That's interesting.
Yeah, I would have really liked one of the players at least to do the jeweled egg King's Cash thing.
Yeah.
For the spectators' experience, you like to see different lines.
Sure. Does Stampede make sense? I don't think so here because you're likely to. Well, I guess they're only going to have the one patrol down there. Yeah, I guess it's a consideration. Next turn should be good, although they're only going to have the one patrol because they're not going to be able to play this one. So I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's a
consideration, but
possibility.
I think with $6 in hand, I think adding another border village is just too good to pass up over the long term. See if Agu also follows suit on another caravan here. I would assume so. I don't really see a whole lot else, unless, again, like you suggested, they go with the jeweled egg. But given two barons, I wouldn't think so. Oh, a reckless
Goes
poacher.
with the poacher, yeah,
Interesting.
which is fine. I feel like
Ooh, wow! I did not expect that play from
hmm,
VRS. Two jeweled eggs,
double trashes copper.
and takes the two jeweled eggs. I expected another border village.
I did not. I expect some trashing from Ratcatcher, but you definitely could have trashed one and went with Stampede. Um,
Yeah,
that's like the safest play. I'm glad jeweled eggs are purchased, but I'm a little surprised by the double bear.
yeah. Great turn here
All
for
right, so
Agu.
yeah, gets to decide. Probably like top deck the border village, right? There's no reason. Oh, but you can't play the poacher then. So
Yeah, you have to play
hmm.
either the poacher or the border village, right? So that you can play both barons. So I would.
Right. Okay,
I
so I
guess
guess you can't top deck anything, right?
you can top deck a warehouse. I guess you could top deck. Yeah, you could leave the warehouse on. No. Yeah, you could.
If you don't play the poacher.
Yeah, you may
Yeah.
want to play the poacher to hit whatever price point they're looking at here. So you play the poacher and then you don't play the border village and you just leave the warehouse on top so that you've got that
Well,
reliability
the
for
poacher
next
will
turn.
be played twice because it's reckless.
Oh yeah, I was counting the two actions, but I wasn't counting the two cards, right? Yeah,
Oh yeah, top decking poacher was an option.
I would think you would leave
No, but
poacher
then
on
you
top.
can't. Oh yeah, you can play both barons because you have two estates in hand.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go that route.
Or change something up at least.
Put the poacher on bottom, put the border village on top, draw the warehouse, and not play it. I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Nope. Poacher will go unplayed.
Okay.
A warehouse on top is gonna be good for reliability as well. I mean, I think a poacher is even better. Like if you're not gonna play it, I
Yeah.
think top taking the poacher is slightly better, but warehouse on top is also fine.
Yeah, I guess so. You see one less card, but um, I like the village aspect that poacher gives you. Buys a gold. Wow.
By the way, does anybody know if it's agoo or ago? Because like in Japanese, it would be ago, right? Agoo.
Agu.
Okay. Daniel said so.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's real bad for VRSmith.
Yeah, real bad.
Wait, no, there is another Porter Village there. That's right. So it didn't kill that turn, but
No, but that's
pretty bad.
two pretty much dud turns in a row. So yeah, Agu definitely in the lead here.
Yeah, but no jeweled egg, so
No jeweled egg, yeah. And buying the gold though is a little puzzling.
I mean that's a strong signal, right? That they're not going to be playing with jeweled eggs and loot.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably. Like just pick up a king's cash here and then get to greening. the next turn. Maybe even this turn.
Yeah, I guess their deck's capable of tripling if they add a King's Cash.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and then Jeweled Egg? Yep, okay. This makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Push the advantage you have.
Yep.
And the Jeweled Egg is just there for the extra buy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a Patrol on the top in those 3 cards. I'm sure VRSmith would have liked to see it, but can't have everything. But there is a Jeweled Egg in those 3 cards as well, so that will be able to be turned into loot. 2 rat catchers on the map.
Yeah. But yeah, given...
So I think this has to be King's Cash, right? Because you're going to be able to get a loot and play it if all goes well. So
Right. Yeah,
King's Cash and either probably Caravan looks good to me.
Yeah, unless it's King's Cash. Yeah, I guess Border Village Caravan, Border Village Poacher.
Oh yeah, what am I thinking? Obviously Border Village. Yeah, maybe Patrol. Because yeah, something like that. Patrol, Caravan. I don't like Poacher just because I don't know. It goes away. Okay.
Well, Agoo kicking off just fine again. Presumably they just take 3 prop. Well, I guess they stalled out here.
Yeah. They only found 1 Patrol.
But they do
I think they have a village.
They do, yeah. They've got a village and
patrols down there,
patrol down there, so they're going to be fine next turn. I guess they can just take another province and another... I guess another King's Cash doesn't really do a lot for them, does it?
It does not.
Just another Border Village patrol for reliability.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep.
It definitely seems like VRSmith can come back. Well, never mind.
Not anymore.
If you're going to draw like that. Oh, and great, you get Endless Chalice.
And you get Chalice. Oh, boy. Ugh. I guess you play the patrol? Yeah, because now you can at least get another... Oh, boy. Yeah, this did not go well for VRS this game, but it is their second player, so...
Plenty of the match left.
Plenty of the match left, yeah. Agoo looks to be going up 1-0 here on their first player.
They still need to draw another Border Village.
They do, but it feels like they're going to need to have 2 or 3 duds for VRS to catch them.
2 partial duds, I guess. Yeah. Thinking about whether or not to trash the rat catcher seems kind of late in the game for that.
Right. Yeah.
It's definitely not a dud turn. You'll be able to
draw a deck.
Probably fully dread. Fully draw.
Yep. That's certain.
Interesting choice.
Well, now they're going to draw 3 green cards with their patrol.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's a way to top deck a good card there.
Yeah, that probably would have been more important. But like I said, it's hard to see. I don't even know if you take anything for 2 here.
I don't think that rat catcher does anything good, and it gets in the way of patrol finding. Okay, no, it does do something good, because if you have Border Village patrol in hand, you can rearrange what the patrol plays. So you want a cantrip in hand to follow that up, so you can draw into a Border Village or whatever.
Sure.
No estates.
Do
I would
you?
be pressing that resign button.
Yeah. Do you play? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, right? Because they're not getting any $3 treasures in their deck. But I guess you just would King's Cash the Chalice here, right?
It's the saddest King's Cash ever.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
no,
But
you can't do that.
I mean, they don't. What are they going to play the King's Cash on though? They don't have any $3 treasures.
They've got another jeweled egg. So if VRSmith had seen it there, they would have been able to trash at the start of their turn and
Yeah,
had
but they
another
did.
target
They
for
did
it.
see it there. They knew they weren't going to have it here. I don't. Like I said, it doesn't matter at this point.
You are correct.
But yeah, they're not. They don't have any $3 treasures or any prospects of gaining any before this game's over. Even with the dud here by Agu.
Probably go with Poacher Warehouse is my instinct. Wait, can you Stampede?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, you can get Stampede. That's even better.
Yeah, you might as well. That just ends the game. Next turn. Yeah, Tracer's right. I mean, loot never leads to sadness except every game with it. That sounds about right to me.
Mm, I'm not that much of a doomer, but the Chalice is the one I feel like has the least value, the one that I like the least.
Yeah, Chalice is a killer, and there's just been so many games where I felt like I just needed that plus buy, and it just didn't come, or it came far too late.
Buys an estate, okay, and a copper.
I guess if you're stampeding, you figure you're gonna draw it all, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, definitely will draw this turn. It's just funny.
Yeah.
That copper is going to make the difference. Wow, and still doesn't even. There it is, finally. Wait, what? You're not supposed to play the patrol there.
I don't know.
How are you going to redraw those estates that way? It's almost like VRSmith is checked out of the game.
The second King's Cash is so sad. I mean, even the first one's pretty sad. You don't need all those buys.
VRSmith could have had 27 here. I don't think that does anything, but they could have had it.
Yeah, I don't even know what you buy here. 3 golds. I mean, a gold certainly.
You definitely lose if your opponent triples. So
yeah,
you take one province for sure.
I mean, you got to take a gold, don't you? I mean, otherwise your King's Cash isn't doing anything. Oh, they do take 3 golds. Yep.
Okay. You can't come back from 3 provinces. It's literally impossible. That's more than half VP.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Oh, look at this. The warehouse saving Agu here. Their border villages.
Yeah, if that was anything except for Chalice, VRSmith could have won. That.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
What would that have given them? 6 more. They wouldn't have had quite enough to quadruple that turn, but it would have improved a previous turn. The turn when they just played the Chalice, when they had the opportunity to King's Cash it. Oh, interesting. Couldn't even hit triple. I thought they would be able to hit triple. Yeah. It's not technically half VP yet.
Well.
But it's very close.
It's close enough.
Yep. First game to Agoo.
All right. On to game 2. We've got some better trashing options here with Modify and Apprentice. League of Shopkeepers. What does that one do? After playing a liaison, 5 or more favors, a coin. So that's not a particularly good. Not a particularly good liaison. I don't know if or a
You can't get the value from the
ally.
action. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, with
yeah.
contract being the liaison, you're not going to get it. So I assume you pretty much
Yeah.
skip contract here, right? I mean, maybe you pick up one.
Probably. I mean, it's fine, but it's not good. I mean, it's fine with Mining Road. It'll be
That's
a
true.
gold kind of soon, I guess.
Yeah, if you get some
We'll see.
mining, because you're going to have mining roads here as the only plus buy. Tools is a great gainer, of course, but
So here's something cool you can do. You can play Prince. I don't know who the target is,
Walled
but
Village.
then you can play Tools and gain a Prince, and then you can apprentice the Prince.
Oh,
and
there you
just keep
go.
doing that.
Right, you can
So
keep.
that's some good draw.
Yeah, you're guaranteed every time you play the tools, you'd be able to gain more.
Gain that Prince.
Yeah.
So you can put a scheme on top, and then you can scheme the apprentice every turn, Prince the scheme, and then boom. You don't Prince. You don't get to scheme the Prince you gain with Tools, but whatever. You can apprentice something.
Yeah. Early tools for Agu seems a bit early, turn 3 to pick up a tools. There's not a whole lot you can expect to gain from it at this point.
So both players open quadruple silver. Okay, and then we have. I'm just catching up here. They played a little faster than I was keeping track of.
Yeah.
We have no buy from VRSmith because they have just 2 copper on turn 3. Then they pick up a modify. Agoo goes with Tools and Hunter. Interesting. Yeah, Hunter before modify.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that's a little puzzling, isn't it?
Surprising.
Are
And
they
more
just
Hunter gains.
not gonna trash? I guess they're just not gonna trash. Would be my guess. They're just going hard for hunters.
That would be surprising.
Well, we'll see if they pick up 2 more hunters here. That would tell you. Oh, they do get an apprentice.
So who got the apprentice? That was
Agoo.
Agoo.
Just picked it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, apprentice Tools is a good combination.
Right, because you can just pick up all kinds of $5 cards from tools that you can use as draw with apprentice.
Yep. Yeah, or gold if you get that, which I'm a little surprised. Yeah, there's a mining road. Okay.
Here's another sad tools for, I guess they're gaining a silver with it. Wow.
Do you really want that silver?
Wouldn't think so at this stage of the game. I guess they have an apprentice. They can always trash it with apprentice, but it doesn't seem great. Especially both opened double silver, right? Yeah, it doesn't seem great.
So VRSmith has 2 tools now. They did the buy and gain with Mining Road.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice interaction, isn't it? Having a mining road in play and playing a tools can basically gain you a free tools that way. Do you take the hunter or mining road here? I guess the hunt. Well,
you're never coming around to the mining road, but maybe you're fine with the single buy.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can do anything with 2 buys if you don't draw on here.
Yeah. And you get 1 extra card from the modify, but who knows what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that worked out better that way. All right. My chat is not scrolling.
Yeah, the Walled Village from Agoo is kind of surprising since they have 0 terminal actions.
Do they have any terminal actions?
No. So there must be a plan to get Werewolf, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the first terminal that was just picked up there by VRS, right? I guess Werewolf's really the only terminal in this. I mean, modify can be terminal, but Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
there you go.
Mm,
Ooh, that's a rough.
Hunter, doing Hunter things.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they're still getting through their deck just fine. Do you play this hunter?
Yep.
Okay, you found the scheme, so that's good. So you're getting just leaving one. Is that what is that top card? Copper?
I think they have another tools in their deck, I thought, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's Agoo who has 2 tools.
Okay. Takes the last hunter.
Yeah, Agoo has 2 tools.
Okay.
Because they got the early tools, so they did the tools gain tools thing.
That's right, because their first tools was with a bunch of garbage, so they just gained another tools.
Oh, Mr. Guy points out, which I didn't realize, that tools can gain cards that your opponent has in play. This doesn't come up super often, but it totally would with Prince. Orange Prince. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, DZ,
So
we do, but I got that spec chat scrolling. It looks like my spec chat is scrolling now, but yeah, I missed like like all the spec chat this game.
My deepest apologies to spec chat.
Yes.
You guys
mine as well.
are much smarter, so we need to pay more attention. I kid. They're playing pretty fast. It's a hard time keeping track of what's going on with the game.
It is. I feel like VRS is ahead, but I'm not sure if it's just first player ahead or if it's more than that. I suspect it's more like first player.
Well, there were the early tools from Agoo didn't play out too well.
No, it didn't. That's true.
One can argue it wasn't a great idea.
Much more than first player. Yeah, that makes sense. That tools, I'm sure, did slow him down. I haven't paid attention to what all the gains have been, but the modify certainly has done more work than Agoo.
Yeah, modify is great. I'd be gaining some apprentices here, right? Yeah. Just gain all the apprentices. It's a good draw.
Yeah. I mean, you can always apprentice an apprentice, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like gold. Yes. Okay. Agoo is adding good cards to their deck.
Yeah.
I like it.
These are good buys.
Yeah. I want a gold because I want to modify it into province, and then I can also gain it with tools. And all these things seem good to me. You can also apprentice the gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that you have a mining road in play makes it all the better.
Okay. Partial dud here from VRSmith.
Yeah, I mean, they got through their deck, except for I guess there's a couple of bad hunter reveals. Yeah, I think VRS should follow here and buy a gold. They can put it into play right away.
Yeah, probably tools can gain apprentice and then modify or apprentice.
Yep. So you buy gold, you buy another 5, and then you gain 2 5s with apprentice. Yeah, and presumably 2 or 3 of those are apprentices. Would you consider adding another Walled Village Werewolf pair?
If the money works out that way, right? So if you gain gold, you're down to 6 coins, and the money doesn't really lend itself that way.
Yeah.
I think.
Ooh, another mining road. I think that makes sense. 8.
Bought another tools. I want a gold. So piles are real low now. So VRSmith might be angling for a pile out coming up here.
Yeah. Yeah, tools can...
Especially because with 2 mining roads, you can gain and play tools.
Yeah.
Or is 3 at this point?
Yeah, VRS has 3 tools now, so they can evaporate that tools
No, I was
pile.
wondering how many mining roads they have.
Oh.
Yeah, they have 3 mining roads
Yeah,
also.
they picked up a third mining
So they
road
can
that
buy 3 tools and play them, and so they have 6 tools that they can play.
Right.
Yeah. But of course, Agoo can just province.
I was wondering if
Easily.
Agoo was hanging on to that estate. Yeah, so presumably you take 1 or 2 provinces here as Agoo. Probably just 2.
Yeah, I think I'd get 2. That just completely like takes out VRSmith's like pile out angle and puts VRSmith in a pretty bad spot, I think, because they have no cards that they can modify into province.
Yeah, and they don't have the gold payload that Agoo has. VRS is tired of these hunters not drawing well. Apprenticed one there.
You know what you can't even do? Oh, can you modify into gold and then gain more golds with tools? I wonder if that's the play.
Not
like
this
modify
turn.
hunter into gold.
Not this turn, right? They don't have the actions to do that.
No, they can do it right now. Modify hunter into gold, and that puts it into play because of mining road.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And then they can gain additional golds with tools, which they can also put into play.
Yeah.
With mining road.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking they needed to draw that gold, but with mining road in play. Oh, they got 4 mining roads, 4 to 1 on the mining roads. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I would think that's the play here, because you certainly can't, with piles this low, you can't take any more tools. Does the mining road lead to a silver mine? That's a good question. Not in this game, it doesn't.
Let's hope not. The alternative is you gain a bunch more stuff and buy 2 provinces, but none of that stuff you gain is a gold.
Yeah.
Okay, Kazumaru thinks that there's a win here, which
really
would shock me, but I haven't dedicated the brain cells to figuring it out.
There must be something along the lines of gaining and playing the golds, though, because they have to score 13 points.
No, not golds, tools. But you gain and play the tools, so you can.
But how do you score?
You can play.
Oh, you can modify a copper into.
I mean, you have a bunch of money, right? So you can modify hunter into duchy, and you can buy province, double province or province duchy estate or whatever. But I don't know if you have enough buys for all that other stuff. I'm not seeing it right now.
Three tools gains 3 tools. You play those 3 tools, gain 2 tools. You play one of those, gain apprentice. Yeah, I don't see how that line works. 1 tools gains an apprentice. You can pile out here.
I'm not seeing it at all.
Yeah, you can pile out here as NAS, but I don't. Oh, J Nails says yes. Yeah, I see the pile out, but I don't see the points. Well, if it's there, my money's on VRSmith finding it. Yeah, I got the 4 tools. Right, you can gain and play 4 tools. Power 12 plus 3. Is it? Yeah, maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm undercounting the gains with these tools. See if this is a duchy. Nope, it's a gold.
I mean, buying 2 provinces is not a win, so I don't know what else was going on with the J Nails win line.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. They had 6. I mean, you'd have to modify into an estate or duchy and then use all 16 of your money for buying the 2 provinces to get the points lead. And then I just don't see how gaining and playing all those tools, it feels like it just leaves you a couple gains short. All right, is this now, are these tools gaining golds?
For some reason, my brain is not working when I try to figure out
Yeah.
the tools
Then gain
and mining road interaction.
apprentice and buy 2
It's just completely
provinces
not
and
working.
estate. How do you buy 2 provinces and an estate though? You've only got 16 money. If you're using all your mining road plays and all your tools to pile out tools and apprentice, you only have 16 money left to score, which would be a losing tie.
Yeah, I see a losing tie. I'm not seeing the win.
Gains another modify. Interesting. Well, I assume Agu doesn't have anywhere near the pile pressure, right? Because they just have the 1 mining road and 2 tools.
Yeah.
So
there's nowhere near. So yeah, VRSmith can take some apprentice and the apprentice there. Yep, this looks good to me.
Yeah, this is probably still. This is a pretty strong position.
Ender asked if we could have modified into duchy instead of gold. I feel like you need to gain an apprentice or a tools with that modify, or else you're 1 short. Like, if you don't want to use any of your buys, because you need both your buys for province, I don't know. I need to see it in action because it's breaking my brain, the mining road tools thing.
Yeah, if we could reset the board and just start clicking on stuff, I think it would be a lot easier.
No, Enders, they only had 3 tools.
Right, 3 tools.
So I think that gets you to a point where with 3 tools and 4 mining villages, you can leave either 1 tool or 1 apprentice left in the pile.
Yeah.
So you need to modify to gain it, and then you only have 16 for 2 provinces, which is a loss.
So I assume triple is the best.
I don't know.
Agu can do here. Is that accurate?
We have to ask if that's safe.
Yeah, you probably don't want to triple here. Can they, let's see if they gain 2 more golds off these tools. That's 12, 8, 20.
That was not as long of a think as I expected.
Yeah. I'm guessing they are going to go ahead and double here.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, triple. Take 2 more provinces and just hope somehow VRS doesn't find everything.
Okay, decides against taking another gold to buy an estate. That might hurt.
You think that might be relevant?
I just don't think taking that apprentice could possibly be correct.
Well,
I think that needs to be a gold to take duchy or to take estate.
Oh, I don't know if it saves them,
but it's just like
that's right. They only had the 2 buys because they just have the 1 mining road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind then. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really hurts. So that's 2 apprentices. And oh
boy.
Yeah, this might be This might be a dud.
Could be. An Agoo can kick off their turn by trashing a province if they get another turn. I guess you have to take the
Those
modify
were
and
some. Hmm.
trash a copper to try to find more cards. Here is
Yeah.
VRS.
I don't think. Yeah, you do have more apprentices down there. And you have more gold. So if you find an apprentice, you can apprentice a gold. I mean, they were able to apprentice 5-cost cards
Yeah, they
full
trashed a
time. So they
mining
just
road.
have a bunch of cards they need to draw.
And they trashed. Yeah, they got a lot of copper still. But yeah, it is unfortunate. Because I mean,
No, it's not over yet.
I assume they were planning to use these modifies to, one of them to turn a gold into a province, one of them to turn
Yeah.
something
If
else
they have
into
to
a
play
duchy.
both, it's very bad spot. But they should be able to. They should be able to make it if they only have to play one. No,
Wow,
that's not the situation. Yeah, this might.
this might be game.
Yeah, it might be game.
Oof.
Hmm. So the only question is like, should they have apprenticed a province? That's like probably not. It's tough to make up those points. And that's game.
Yeah.
You can stop playing now, Agoo.
Yeah, just modify a gold or province.
Or buy it.
Or buy it now with all that money. They're just going to draw on.
Rude.
And buy more stuff.
Did VR even have it with better draw? I think so. They had a lot of apprentices.
Yeah, I
and
think
they had a lot of golds at that point.
I would have thought. Yeah, I would have thought they would have got there
A lot of golds, a lot of buys.
pretty easily.
I think if you have good draws there, you win.
All
I just
right.
don't know if you can win if you apprentice a province.
As VRS, yeah.
Yeah,
That
it seems
been-
unlikely.
That would have been a lot of points to make up. All right, back to Agu's start, and yeah, we do indeed have a trashing kingdom. All sorts of stuff that trashes.
Including Peaceful Cult. Right off the gate.
Peaceful Cult with Sycophant as the liaison. We're doing Camel Research. Research is the draw here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got ports, which are nice to research, and you've got plenty of other villages. Yeah, this is an interesting kingdom with research as the draw.
Yeah, this is awkward.
Yeah, that's a good point about this could possibly be a Sentinel skip. I don't know. Sentinel's such a good trasher. I think you got to open it, but maybe you could get away with skipping it here. What is fishing village is pious. So yeah, you've got good trashing opportunities. Turn one sicko, really? Yeah, I guess that really accelerates the trashing too, doesn't it?
It's actually better on the 4-3, I think.
Because then you can trash 3 cards with it. Well, I mean, I guess you're trashing.
But you could just, I don't know. Why not just open double fishing village? Oh, we got the Sycophant opening.
We got it.
Yeah, here's the double fishing, which is like, hey, I got rid of all my estates. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So VRSmith's going to be very thin now. I don't think you play sycophant because you want to.
No.
Wait a second. No, maybe you do.
What happened to
Because you
the?
can't trash that sycophant.
Oh right.
They use the favors already. Which means the only way you get more is if Sentinel finds your sycophant. That could be annoying if they they keep on pairing up, which is pretty likely once you're thin.
It's a lot of copper. Yeah, what do you buy with 3 here? An unpious fishing
Silver
village?
fishing village.
Seems good, but it's just sad to buy a fishing village and not get the trash.
The score is 2-0 in Agoo's favor, Iris. Her place is coming out here.
What do we?
Sycophant, right? Then you can easily trash the remaining coppers.
Okay. Yeah.
At least I like that. You get 4 additional trashes by going sycophant. It gets top decked, which is whoa. Okay. Yeah, that was good for Agoo to find their replace here. The second replace paired with that sycophant.
Buy fishing village
Yep.
here and trash the sicko.
You could, yeah. I like Agoo's line better. They have good cards in their deck. I think Sentinel skip
Yeah, it's worked out, hasn't it?
was correct.
Now I guess VRS has the favors to go ahead and easily trash the Sentinel at this point.
No, don't do that. You want to replace the Sentinel.
Oh, sure. And you can use it as camel in the meantime for because you want lots of golds in your deck to research.
Potentially, although VRSmith's deck is so lean that that's not relevant.
Yeah, she doesn't need the draw at this point, obviously. So are you replacing the Sentinel into another replace here then? Or is that...
You have the terminal action for it, but you need to think about what your target's going to be.
Yeah, because you're running out of targets. You could
go Coven here.
Yeah, you could. You could give him a Coven and get one Coven seems all right, doesn't it?
Because I think you want to get a gold, right, and replace that. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what if you're not getting a Coven here off the Sentinel? What are you getting? You're just, if you get another replace, you're running out of stuff to replace.
Could get a town, I guess. Play it as the coin form when you have like now when you don't need the draw.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, I guess the town does something for you. Duchy.
Really? Okay, interesting. I guess, well, that duchy can become a gold.
Yeah, I guess that duchy's not going to stick around long, so.
Oh, and that gold can be immediately played with Fortune Hunter. That is big brain. I was not thinking of that line at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. That wasn't on my radar at all. But yeah, that makes sense.
That's cool.
Yeah, all of a sudden VRS looks like they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Camel the FT. FH, Fortune Hunter?
the golds are being prepared by the camels.
Yep.
Oh, Fortune Hunter's gonna top deck. Well, I guess you don't have to bring the gold out of exile for VRSmith. I mean, whatever. You might as well.
Yeah.
Give a top deck gold, so what?
You're gonna see everything anyway, right? Well,
Although you only have one buy. So unless you're buying Province, you don't actually need to play that Fortune Hunter. You could instead camel it.
camel it and still
This is all under the
put a gold on top.
right. So what I'm on the assumption that replace Duchy into gold is the play. I was at first thinking, oh, that's cool. Then you play Fortune Hunter to play the gold, but you only need to do that if you're buying Province because you only have one buy, so you don't get any extra value from any of that. So the alternative is you can play the Fortune Hunter as a camel to get an extra gold with your replace, and then you still have 4 coins, which could be Workers Village,
Workers
or
Village
Research or Town.
Something that gives you plus buy.
Or another Fortune Hunter.
Okay.
That interesting.
Guess it's like a cantrip of sorts.
When
you got
VRSmith doesn't have any favors, which is it's nice to have some favors, once you start getting cursed.
Yeah, I mean you can replace the curse into a sicko and get favors that way and get rid of the curse that way.
It'd be great if you could just trash it.
Sure. Yeah, you hate seeing it in your starting hand here.
So VRSmith not playing with Research, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I guess.
And Research is a big investment for draw.
It is, isn't it? Because you got to put it into your deck, and then you've got to trash something good that presumably you bought for a good reason.
And you need a pair of researchers also. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to keep that train going.
Yeah. Oh wow, 3 provinces left. How did I miss that? I guess replaces can knock them out quickly. So this is close to a win then for... No, not 8 in deck. Yeah, if they had another dollar in their deck, they could just mill 2 provinces and buy the last.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Is milling 1 and gaining 1 safe?
No. Not at all. Gaining 2 is safe.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
you have no
I guess
gold,
you might as well
so
gain
you
2.
have to mill. But that's going to be tough to beat.
Oh, VRSmith had the point lead. Yeah, I was looking at the points reversed. Okay.
Yeah, that's a strong play. I think that's game for Agoo.
Yeah. Sure looks like it.
Yeah, I guess you don't need to play with double research. I just like symmetry, but obviously the single research worked fine for Agoo. What?
They're not.
Why?
Oh.
Rude. Rude. So a 3-0
Wow.
start for Agoo.
Wow.
This is a very strong position to be in. Yeah, I liked skipping the Sentinel in that game. That worked out well. There was a point near the middle where I thought, oh wow, VRSmith has a good line now. Like they've made some nice plays, but that like research turn was really big for Agoo. They couldn't quite end it, but they were able to just get an overwhelming advantage.
Yeah, take the 2 provinces. This is looks like quite a powerful board. Both have the 5-2-2-5 here.
That's weird because Blockade would be a really good card, and probably still is.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to open Barge on 5, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I guess just a Hamlet. Although I guess an early seller isn't terrible.
Oh, hold on a moment. Deliver Copper, deliver Blockade. That's not good, but it's interesting.
Yeah, Blockade is like free deliver.
There's no way on the 5-2 to deliver something.
Wow.
So that you can trade. That would have been cool.
Sadness for VRSmith again. I guess we're used to that.
I mean, hey, at least there's Hamlet.
Yeah, but bottom deck in the Barge is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they find one of the Hamlets so they can draw with this. Oh, I guess Agoo did the same then, right?
How so?
Did they also bottom decked the Barge, right? They both bottom decked Barge?
Oh, yeah, I see that. Nobody played Barge, yeah.
1 in 12 chance, and they both bottom deck their opening $5 buy. Yeah, VRSmith definitely got the better end of that, finding both barges here with a Hamlet to kick it off. So that certainly rescued things for her.
I mean, wait, who's got where the other Blockade come from? Okay, they both have 1 Blockade. All right. Deliver. Whoa. I love to see it.
Delivers double silver off the trade. That's nice.
I love it. Really strong position.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would have considered deliver trade there, but that's clearly a nice move.
Yeah, whenever delivers in the kingdom, like gaining payload just becomes so much more attractive. Even ordinarily mediocre payload like silver.
Right, like
because
silver
it fuels your future delivers.
Yeah, exactly. And you got plenty of plus buy in this kingdom, especially as VRS with 2 barges and 2 Hamlets.
Yep. And the potential for draw is really high too. You've got Mastermind Barge.
Right. Yeah, it's probably, I assume VRS picks up a Mastermind this turn. Maybe Agoo does as well, although maybe the second barge is better for their deck at this point.
Yeah. It's tough. Like Mastermind has that tempo problem where the turn you play it is like the first turn you play it is really slow.
Play it, yeah, it's usually pretty sad.
Okay, so you can blockade a village here, and then you can deliver a barge. That has to be the play, right?
That's got to be the play, right? A village green, I assume. Oh, another blockade. I mean, blockades forever is good, but passing on a tent.
Yeah, having a pair of blockades is definitely good. Man, getting the tent there, very unexpected. But hey, if you happen to just see your barge there,
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yep. So what do you blockade as Smith here? I guess Village Green is the answer. Yeah, that makes sense. Another trade
Go,
deliver.
more trading.
Yeah, I like it.
Blockade silver to stop them from trading. No, I would blockade a good card.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth. I mean, Garrison's a great card. I just don't know if it's worth buying a tent to uncover it, especially when you've got Barge.
Garrison and deliver, they're not redundant, but they're serving a similar purpose. So having both is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there? Yeah, I don't think there's a barge down there. So
No, Agoo just has one Barge.
well, hope you draw it in your next 3 cards.
And VRS is presumably going to get to next turn a Barge this turn as well. Yeah, you can trade the curse. I think you go ahead and take a Garrison or two here as VRS.
I don't care about the Garrison.
So what do they have? 11 deliver is 2, so they got $9. Deliver 2 Garrisons. Deliver Garrison bar. You don't need Barge really.
I mean, another trade would be pretty good here.
Oh, they're playing the Barge now. Okay.
Mastermind trade.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that
I
works.
like it.
You can. And you can definitely get away with skipping Garrison here. There's no question, but it's such a good
Yeah,
card.
I mean, Mastermind on Barge is like incredible draw. Just incredible.
As long as you're able to, as Smith, I would want to be next turning a Barge though to make sure that you don't have too much sadness with all the silvers in your deck. But yeah, there's
except you can just deliver the cards you
yeah,
want to
that's true.
Mastermind.
You just deliver. You deliver.
Like play both barges here, and you can deliver another barge and another
Yeah.
Mastermind. I think
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you just deliver what you want to
Garrison-
Mastermind.
I feel like the Garrison isn't super worth it here because there's no way to scale payload great. Like, you put Masterpiece in the Kingdom, I'm all behind Garrison, you know. But as is, you're just gonna have plenty of draw before you can actually get plenty of payload. Is my feeling.
Yeah, I can see that.
Clean deck VRSmith has.
Very nice. Very nicely built here.
Yeah, Garrison is money in and of itself. It's definitely worth considering a blockade. Like blockade gaining Garrison here. You could also blockade for blockade. I like having a pair of them.
Yeah, I do too. I like blockade here. But yeah, you can't argue with Garrison either.
And here you can
just gonna deliver
a Garrison in 2/5 costs. Very nice.
2 Hillforts. Hillfort Mastermind.
I think I want a Mastermind to have a pair of them.
Yeah.
Hillfort seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Masterminding a Hillfort here is awfully nice.
Mm-hmm.
assuming you find your
Although
barges.
it'd be nice to play the garrison before you play the hill fort. Oh well.
Playing the garrison over blockade here. Yeah, I guess you need to make sure you draw next turn.
Yeah, so we still have, like, Agoo still struggling to get the control. Yeah, it's got to be hill fort.
It's got, you need the actions.
You
and you
want to...
need to see the next 3 cards.
Yeah, you want to put a village in your hand. Well, I guess you don't need that. Oh, another blockade. Lots of gains. Which makes sense. That triggers garrison, even though you don't, like, put the card in your hand this turn. Ooh,
Okay,
finally
there's a
got there.
barge. That was
It's definitely a close thing.
Yeah, the village green's really nice with the hamlet. That takes care of a lot of your village needs.
Mm-hmm. You can go duration here with this village green, potentially. I don't know exactly what's down there. You got the blockade already.
It's just another copper? No.
No, it has to be something you gained off Hillfort, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So Hillfort gains village green, blockade, hamlet. So it might be a hamlet, which is completely fine to leave on top. Oh, no, the hamlet went in hand. Never mind. I have no idea what that card is.
Yeah, they've got all 3 of the blockades.
Could be a village green. It's definitely not.
It's not a village green. They played both. Maybe it is just a hamlet.
Oh.
I vote hamlet. Yeah, taking all the hill forts makes a lot of sense.
That's a lot of pile pressure.
Yeah. Forgot to buy coppers. Yeah, I guess coppers wouldn't have been bad. At least for this turn, it's good when you...
It's a copper. I figured it out.
Oh, was it?
VRSmith discarded a copper with Hamlet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
I was looking to see where that discarded card came from. Because Hillfort added 2 cards and both of them are drawn.
Yeah, can VRS pile out this turn?
What's the third pile?
Yeah, I don't know if they have that.
Got blockade and Hamlet.
6 games. I guess if you'd have to mastermind Hillfort, which I assume she's doing here.
Can you do a state pile? Because you need some points, so a state pile would be most convenient.
Well, and Hillforting for the blockades leads me to believe she's going for it and probably has it, right?
Yeah. It seems likely. It's just a pretty obscene amount of gains here.
Yeah, you can gain 4 estates with blockade and buy 4 estates after Hillforting for these Hamlet. Yeah, it seems pretty...
Yeah, it's...
Oh, they got 6 blockades. Yeah, that's well over... This was an easy pile out. All right. On to game 5 then. Well, this is the big one. If VRSmith can take this one, then she's got first player for game 6 to try to tie it up.
Right. Yeah, this is Agoo's best opportunity to
Yeah, if Agoo doesn't
to
close it
close it.
out here, there's going to be a lot of pressure. Ooh, no landscapes. You don't see that very often.
Not in 2023.
No. Ooh, we got a collection board with sleigh. Well, I
Oh
guess you can't
boy.
can't get you can't get the collection in play before playing sleigh, can you?
Maybe not. But
You do have Hagler.
you,
You do have Margrave. You do
what's
have
that?
Sook. You've got lots of
Yeah.
gains. So I assume collection will be somewhat relevant here.
Oh, I mean, collection is everything. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you just right. You score by just continuing to build and build and build until you have a pile out.
Yeah, the only reason I would buy province or gold here is because it lets you gain more with Hackler.
Right, right. If you got multiple Haglers in play.
But the early game, definitely want to get a Margrave. And then in terms of trashing, I think it's going to be unlikely that the players find a good Sook opportunity early to trash cards. But Sook is just like a good card to have in hand, of course, if you're being attacked by Margrave.
Yeah. Oh, we're not trashing here. Oh, yeah, we got to get the Margrave.
Yeah. So what is investment again? It's the one coin
Agoo
trasher. Yeah.
bottom deck their Margrave here, it looks like. So feels like VRSmith got a little bit behind without trashing, but given that Agoo bottom decked the Margrave, maybe not at this point.
Yeah, when you pick up collection is always a tough question. I don't pretend to know the answer. I would like to play with a pickaxe as well, I think.
Would you?
I would.
I don't know if I like pickaxe here as much.
It's definitely less good of a pickaxe board than usual, but I want one at some point. I mean, there's sleigh, right? You can pickaxe horses.
I guess that's true, right?
Good stuff.
Once you have deck control, then you can target what you want to pickaxe. But yeah, there's a lot of good cards here.
There are too many good cards. Like Philosopher's Stone. I mean, we haven't even talked about Philosopher's Stone.
And then obviously you're going to need city quarters at some point as your village, but that's another thing that's like, it's tough to know when the right time to pick that up is because you want to make sure you've got reasonable action density in your deck. Tracer says
it's also
now.
tricky because if you already have Hagglers, then City Quarter is going to like force you to gain copper. So it's pretty awkward.
Yeah. Are you Tracer? Are you saying as Agoo you would take a city quarter right on this turn right now?
With exactly 5? I don't know. I'd be tempted to buy collection or pickaxe. Probably collection.
Yeah, it just feels like that's true. You can do both,
especially with 2 investments.
Yeah, you've got a Margrave down there, so you're going to trigger a shuffle, and assuming you don't draw the city quarter dead, maybe you play it and then another Margrave the following turn. Yeah, I could see a case for it.
I like city quarter on a turn when you don't have 5.
Oh, is the other in discard? Okay.
Or on a turn when you have like.
So how is Agoo triggering a shuffle? What are these 5 cards that are gonna? I mean, you're definitely gonna want crowns.
Margrave will trigger a shuffle.
Oh, VRSmith's Margrave will.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, they do go collection.
Oh, look at that draw for Agoo.
Wow. That doesn't get much better than that.
There's the pickaxe. Let's see it put to work.
Well, I guess the favor
VRSmith is mining.
Yeah. VRSmith had bottom deck their Margrave, but Agoo's Margrave bailed them out.
That's funny. They're both helping each other out.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Margrave's it's such a powerful card, but it does the sifting that it gives the opponent it's not nothing. I mean, obviously it's net still an attack. You'd rather not have to throw,
Yeah.
especially as VRSmith here, throw a bunch of junk cards into the shuffle. But sometimes it can come up quite clutch to have that little bit of sifting.
Oh, city quarter.
There's the city quarter. Yeah, only the first Margrave attacks, but given that
That's
it's your primary draw here, you're going to want 2 or 3 of them in your deck.
that's weird timing for city quarter. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like you have a collection coming right up. I don't know.
Some nice trash in here from VRS. Slay. Yeah, that's right. This collection isn't doing anything for you, is it?
Okay, now this could be a city quarter.
Take
Or
like
could be like Crown Slay.
could be Crown City Quarter.
Could be.
Crown Slay. Yeah, I kind of like Crown Slay as well. Good time to souk. Yeah.
Souk, I don't
I don't know about souk.
With no villages in deck,
Yeah,
I guess it's coming. Oh, okay, right.
And
you
a
get
city
the city
quarter.
quarter.
Ooh, that's a nice draw for VRS there.
Sure is.
Good turn here for Agoo as well. They'll get a trash too.
No matter what Agoo does, they have 5 cards in their deck heading into VRSmith's turn. It's like clockwork.
That's right.
Whoa, interesting.
What did they just trash?
Huh. They trashed the investment.
Oh, wow. I would think you'd want to trash 2 cards there.
Okay. Well, you got
Souk.
Souk to do that.
Yeah, I
so
guess you got the
I don't hate it.
Guess you have to play the Margrave first, or what's down there? Is there more actions down there? Yeah, there is. But I guess you didn't.
There's a
want to trigger.
Margrave, but I don't think VRSmith wanted to draw on.
Yeah, you don't want to trigger that anyways.
They both got orbs.
That's
Mirror
funny.
move.
Another city quarter here for Smith, or a Slay maybe? No, probably a city quarter, right?
I like a city quarter.
You're getting thin enough now, and you need the village.
VRSmith has a Slay, right? It's the card that they didn't see, or did they discard it?
I don't know who got the Slay.
Definitely VRSmith, right?
I wouldn't think so, given that she just bought one here. Otherwise, that's too many terminals.
I'm pretty sure it's
maybe.
2 Slays.
That just seems like too many terminals. This collection isn't scoring a whole lot for Agoo, is it?
Yeah, a little early.
Okay, Crown City Quarter, I like it.
Boy, yeah, VRSmith has 2 Slays. And Slay is nice, especially once you start adding crowns.
Yeah, when you can start crowning horses, that's really nice. Yeah, it feels like VRSmith's deck has come together just a little bit quicker here.
Maybe. A lot of game left.
Discarded the Margrave. Is there there's another Margrave down there, so she's guaranteed to see
Agoo is
Margrave. That makes sense.
Very attached to their silvers. Very attached.
Ooh, I didn't see the hammer.
Didn't wanna pickaxe the silver. Pickaxe the Souk instead. Which is bold. So you could play this as collection if you can buy. Yeah, if you don't need the extra coin.
If you don't need the coin.
Collection seems correct. Or playing collection.
If you've got something useful to do with a coin, then I assume that's more important than the 1 VP.
It's going to be more than 1 VP because you can hammer here.
Oh, true. And I guess you can buy Crown City Quarter.
Yeah, that's a 3 VP. Yeah. 3 VP orb playing collection.
Yeah, that's worth the 1 extra debt. This is looking like a sad city quarter for Agoo unless the Margrave Does
Yeah.
Margrave? Oh no, it already drew a copper.
Crown horse coming in clutch.
Yeah, look at this.
So Agu has to think about what is the likelihood that VRSmith plays another like Margrave
Well, didn't find
and
it.
decides against keeping that city quarter.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
This
true.
Souk, well, I've seen better.
Yeah, I guess
So I
you
think I play
don't play it, right? You don't need the buy necessarily.
could even pickaxe it
You could pickaxe it, sure, or you could just pickaxe a
and then buy another
silver.
Souk to trap the or trash the last 2 copper.
Yeah, it feels like
You also have the slay trick you could do, right? If you wanted to
draw on.
draw on a little bit, you
Sure.
could put a horse in hand. I don't think you want to do
I
that.
don't think so. I think you like
Well, you do have
having.
another city quarter down there, but that's actually a good thing.
You've got a city quarter and a Margrave down there, so I think you just leave those on top. Or do you have another city quarter?
Yeah,
Yeah, city quarter and Margrave down there.
yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Yep. Yeah, maybe you do pickaxe the souk and just buy another souk here to get rid of those 2 coppers.
No, that wants the extra buy. Looks like
Oh, doubloons.
not your favorite thing to see, but
Yeah,
no,
at least for
it's not endless chalice.
VRSmith's situation, at least they have some deck control now where it's not not a total disaster.
VRSmith has got to pick up a collection sometime.
You would think
soon, I
so,
think.
right? So that's some good VP that's being left on the table.
Whoa!
Horse first?
Blows my mind that horse was played first.
Crown horse here.
Yep. Wild. Horse before city quarter.
Yeah, I would have thought that was city quarter. Are you playing Margrave here for the buy?
I mean, if you just need buy, you can. Yeah, I don't think so. With 7 dead, I don't think you need.
Yeah, I don't think you need
it.
more than 3 buys. What are you crowning?
What do you crown?
The orb?
Could be pickaxe.
Oh, we are playing.
No, there was Margrave played to top deck a horse.
Well, I guess it was kind of an attack, given what Agu drew off of it. Normally it would help your opponent the second time, but it ended up being a second attack.
That Souk is dismissed.
Puzzle box is a nice one to pick up here.
Oh, I wonder if investment's going to be trash for VP here.
I think so, huh?
It's really a lot of VP. Oh, I was thinking the horse would be trashed, and it'd be even more valuable. Like VP is just not that important, so it doesn't. It like on any other kingdom, it'd be really exciting, but in a kingdom with collection,
yeah, that's true.
You can pass up a 7 VP.
Yeah.
Investment.
All right. Smith's got to gain a collection here, right? Collection crown.
Or 2.
I think I like collection crown slay. Collection crown city quarter.
Definitely a collection. I'm convinced on that. I do like the second crown. I feel like you can use that to play collection. You can use that.
Okay.
There's just so much good stuff you can do with that.
Yeah. And a city quarter. Yeah, you might as well. The debt is easily paid off with all of this yellow in your deck now. Oh, Tracer makes a good point. Haggler. Yeah, we haven't seen a Haggler buy yet. That's a little surprising. I guess maybe there's not a whole lot of stuff you want below the $5 price point, is the thinking?
Definitely not. It's pretty awkward because you also really like city quarters. It's definitely awkward.
Yeah, and you do have to gain a copper or a curse off of a city quarter buy, right? So that makes it a
Yep.
little awkward. But city quarters are going to be gone here after another turn or two, I presume. We're just not buying any more, Tracer says. Yeah, I guess with Crown and Horse, maybe you've got all the draw and all the villages you need.
Chalice.
Yeah, Chalice is sad for Agu there. City quarter now, I assume?
Yeah, this is going to be...
Ooh, plays the horse first that time. Okay, we're getting through the whole deck easily.
You got plenty of horses. Yeah.
That was a friendly Margrave.
Oh, and then you have Insignia. Wait, no. Oh, no, you don't have the one that lets you top deck the horses you gain from Slay. I forget what that one is.
From Slay?
You know, the Sun's Gift one? Sun's Gift loot? I forget the name.
Oh, Sextant?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great in this kingdom.
Yeah. Much better than Insignia here.
I mean, Insignia is good, but yeah. It'd be better. I mean, but why not both?
Why not both?
VRSmith could gain it here.
Are you using all 3 crowns on treasures here, I assume? 6 horses should be enough to ensure you draw next turn, plus the 2 you didn't play this turn. No, we're crowning one Slay.
1 crowns on Slay. Yeah.
All right, so use 1 crown on Slay.
And used 1 Slay to top deck a horse.
Wow.
Which is pretty defensive.
Yeah.
So you had the actions for
That's being really conservative. Oh,
look at that.
We're not even
get 1 VP from gaining that spell scroll.
But you miss out on 8 or 10 VP from playing the investment instead of trashing it. But yeah, like you said, your VP's coming from collection here anyway.
So do you spell scroll for Haggler now? Or just another collection?
Collection, yeah. Probably has to be collection.
Yeah, probably collection.
It's just so many points. And
so you need to worry about the 3 pile now. You need to think about what your opponent's capable of now that piles are getting low. But you want to be in a position where you can win next turn. So
I assume you don't touch city quarters any further as either player. Partly for that reason.
I don't assume that. I assume VRSmith is going to very carefully consider what their opponent is capable of. And with 6 debt, I think it's very possible VRSmith gets to take another city quarter here.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh yeah, nice. Orbing the Slay gives you collection points as well.
Ooh, I had not considered that play.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, they must not be spending the spell scroll here, because otherwise you would have played
spell scroll play.
Ooh, we're getting a Haggler. I guess that maybe that has more to do with pile pressure.
Yeah, for sure. Although 1 Haggler's not much. With Crown, it matters, though.
Yeah.
But without Crown, it's like... I mean, I guess you buy Crown, get a Slay. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's great. That's a lot of pile pressure. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think VRSmith is playing very cautiously, trying to make sure they don't dud. And one way to avoid the dud is keep the spell scroll in deck, right? It's like, hey, I don't need it this turn. I can hold on to it, and it might save me from a mid-turn dud. And if not, then I can just turn it into a crown or collection to win the game on my next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
But I mean, yeah, lots of good options.
I mean, basically the way this is set up is whoever you just, yeah, it's all about the piles, right? I mean, you cannot
Hmm.
lower piles to the point where your opponent can pile out, because scoring enough on a pile out is pretty trivial with collection, no matter how big of a lead your opponent has. I mean, within reason, right? But you can't get a big enough lead on your turn. I guess what I'm saying, especially with only one collection in play, you can't get a big enough lead on your turn where if your opponent piles out, they're not going to catch you.
Yeah.
The theming on jewels, I don't know, is that related to the Pearl Diver? The old Pearl Diver card?
Ooh, I think you solved the puzzle. So yeah, this is a tough spot for Agoo for sure.
Yeah, I feel like you can't, as Agu, I'm not sure you can touch Crown, Slayer, City Quarter. It just feels like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Unless yeah, it's rough.
it's hard to know what your opponent's deck can do.
Honestly,
With that
yeah,
spell
no, I don't,
scrolling
I don't know.
deck, with uh, lots of buys.
I think VRSmith just wins on their turn if they don't dud.
I think so.
I don't see a way around it.
Collections.
On the other hand, there are 2 city quarters left in the pile. That means you need at least 8 coins to buy that. So you need 28 coins. VRSmith probably has that, but
Why are they not crowning collection here? Are they crowning hammer?
I think we're gonna see what gets crowned. Could be pickaxe.
Oh, to get more loot
Get
in the
two,
deck?
3 horses in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, and I guess again, I don't know that the points are all that important, right? At this
So are you
point.
convinced, Sounder, about the value of pickaxe?
Yeah, it's definitely paid off here.
I think
I
I
guess
think
it's
it's the best card in Plunder.
yeah. I mean, I can see that. I was just thinking that instead of filling your deck full of loot, you'd want to fill your deck full of collections. But once you have deck control, it certainly is a nice card.
Yeah, I think both players have gotten really good pulls from it.
What are you using the hammer on
Like
this
that.
turn?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you can gain a slay. I honestly don't think that matters. Because VRSmith can just crown the haggler if there's like 1 extra slay there and they don't have the money. Like it just doesn't matter.
The slays would go pretty.
You can gain that slay.
Yeah.
You just don't want to touch crown or city quarter, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is this turn accomplishing, DZS? That's an excellent question. It's really tough. I feel like you need to get a collection and a haggler at the very least, so you can threaten to win next turn.
Yeah, maybe that's it. As Agu here, you're just playing for some sort of semi duddish. I mean, you're just playing for VRSmith to not win on their turn, so you want to set yourself up
28
to win on their
coins.
turn.
28 coins is a pretty big ask. Like for VRSmith. I don't know what they had last turn.
Trashing silver over horse is interesting.
Yeah, I mean they don't need the money, right? Why not?
Yeah.
Horse is a good card. Like, especially if you can save your crown, right? If you can avoid crowning a horse, it's great because that means
Yeah.
you can crown a collection. It's like always fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, we're splitting the difference. We're gonna trash a horse and a silver.
Yep. Seems fine.
Yeah, that sword isn't doing a whole lot.
I would definitely hammer for Slay and potentially even play it
Yeah, I like that.
with Orb,
I like that.
but
Yeah.
looks like that's not happening.
No. Get 2 VP as well. And more reliability
Yeah.
in your deck.
Yeah, because I mean, and that VP matters in the sense that VRSmith could have a really big, like, if somehow VRSmith has a big turn but can't end it, like, you need to be able to make enough VP on your next turn to beat that. But yeah, I would have played the Slay because you don't need the 3 coins. All you really need is Collection and Haggler. I think that's literally the only thing you need.
Yeah. Ooh.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that's game over. Yeah, you can't take that crown.
Lead on horse or city quarter here? Oh, there you go.
And the spell scroll is just going to keep on empowering city quarter.
Yeah, that's nice. City quarter now, I assume? Or I guess you could play a horse.
I assume that as well.
Oh, we're playing the spell scroll.
Interesting.
Oh, crowning? What are we crowning? A horse?
Crowning city quarter.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it all works.
Yeah, I assume this.
Like, look at all those horses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of horses. I assume this wins.
Yeah, you crown the Haggler. Yep.
And then you
crown the collect whatever. You crown whatever you want.
Crown the $2 and $3 cards in your deck.
Crown some payload.
And you just pile out. Oh yeah, you can even add more loot to your impressive payload.
And the slays stay in hand so that in case you gain doubloons, you can put the gold in hand.
That's funny. Nice. Yeah.
Very important what you set aside with the puzzle box.
That looks very winny.
Do you think F28? Yeah, it was over no matter what.
Yeah,
like VRSmith would have needed a very unlikely dud to not win. It is very unlikely because they had, it turns out, 8 horses in their deck.
Yeah, I forgot they had so many horses.
Yeah, VRSmith did everything possible to like avoid a dud.
Yep.
And it paid off, and that was the pressure's on, both players now.
Yeah. VRSmith.
You kind of passed up their best opportunity to close it. But still, VRSmith needs to win the next 2 games to bring it home. Agoo only needs to win one of the next 2 games.
Oh boy, we got Margrave back, along with Charlatan, a couple nasty attacks. I guess Charlatan isn't such a nasty attack, but we got
Triumph in the kingdom.
We got Triumph, and we've got plenty of gains between Loot and Astrolabe and Margrave and.
Oh, this is an awkward board to get control on.
Yeah, the trashing isn't great, is it? I mean, I always struggle with student trashing. The fact that it keeps top decking itself it just seems so slow to get your deck off the ground because of that.
I think it's especially terrible with Margrave.
Yeah.
Although you have Desert Guides. So actually, that's a good argument for playing with student.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to play with student now. You want those favors so you can pitch those 3-card Margrave attacked hands that aren't any good. Yeah, so what do you open your student? Do you play with Fortune Hunter here? Boy.
No. I need my terminal space.
Yeah, it's just the terminal space is too valuable. Just a silver then, or an Astrolabe? Yeah. It's got to be a silver, right? Because you want to hit 5.
Yeah.
You want to hit 5.
I'd go with student silver, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
You could also consider student flag bearer if you have the 3/4.
Yeah, I guess as VRSmith here, if you see Agoo play 4 coppers on turn 1, then maybe I'd be inclined to buy a flag bearer.
Especially if they open with a terminal. You like if you open flag bearer, you feel kind of good.
Sure. Okay, they buy a student with 4, so VRSmith doesn't know that they only have 3 here.
So probably too risky to buy that flag
Yeah,
bearer.
you probably just have to buy the silver.
Okay, and Agoo, it seems like doesn't even consider the flag bearer, but gets 5 anyway.
Well, Agoo just had 3 there, right?
Oh yeah.
They had 4
Yeah,
on turn
you're
1
right.
and didn't play it.
No chance for that.
All right, my chat is not scrolling again.
Ooh. Okay.
What
That worked
happened?
out.
Oh, we spent a
two favors.
Oh.
And hey, VRSmith has 5 now.
And hit
so.
5. Okay. Oh, charlatan.
Whoa, charlatan.
Did not expect that.
Maybe figuring with Desert Guides and Agoo, like, as a student, that Margrave's not going to do too much work early. You definitely need to play with Margraves later because it's the draw.
Yeah. Trashing curses with student does give you favors as well. Obviously, the curses are still annoying, but...
Yeah. Charlatan does give 3 coins. That's a pretty good benefit.
Yeah, you've only got the 1 buy, though, so I don't know what you're doing with all those coins. I guess you could potentially foray? Hope to get plus 5 that way?
I would expect a Margrave buy from VRSmith, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so gonna not play student instead. Oh no, gonna get to conjure. Okay.
Yeah,
Conjure's good. Gains fortress.
Yeah, conjure's good. Gain all the fortresses with it.
Definitely seems like a 1 conjure kind of kingdom.
Right. Yeah, once the fortresses
There's just
are gone,
not enough good stuff to gain for me to consider getting a second conjure.
VRSmith considering rotating here? I mean, I don't think you want the wizard, right? Or the sorcerer.
No. But it is a question of, like, is my opponent get more value out of this conjurer here? I don't really care if my opponent gains a second conjurer.
Oh, buys a conjurer.
Okay, looks like VRSmith takes 1.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I
think it's important to have 1.
Yeah, and I guess you're thinking that's probably your only shot at getting 1 if... well, not your only shot, but your only shot for a while if... Because you know your opponent has a student on top and can rotate away from it, so makes sense. And I assume you just guide here as VRSmith. That's better than...
I assume so, also.
Trashing 1 copper doesn't seem like a great turn.
No. You've got good cards down there. Unfortunately, you can't play them both, but...
Yeah.
What can you do? You got to start gaining those fortresses, and you can gain a bolt, so you probably... Maybe you can foray. No, you probably can't do that. You could foray if you played Charlatan. Ooh, so that is something to consider.
I don't know. I mean,
assuming you see Charlatan and Conjurer.
Yeah. I assume at some point you foray here, but probably not.
Oh, I can foray right now.
Do you? Or would you rather...
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I guess so, because what else are you buying here? A fortress? I mean, you don't want a second Margrave. I mean, I guess they could get a Charlatan. The fact that they drew their Conjurer dead here is pretty sad. Because you wanted to play that Conjurer to gain fortresses. Yeah, I think it's either Fortress or Foray. So Foray probably is the better value. So.
It's not super sad, though, because Agoo can Desert Guides next turn.
True, yeah, and get back around to their good cards.
Hopefully. It does, like... They'll put all those cards in their shuffle, so who knows, but
yeah,
at least gives them a chance.
Yeah, I think 4A is probably the best value here, but I wouldn't hate a fortress either. Just get staff. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice if loot worked like tournament and that you can just like pick your loot? Like you could pick your prize from tournament? I guess
I'm
then,
not sure if that'd be better or worse.
yeah, I guess that would make it a little too overpowered because there's always some loot that you want to get.
Because one of the big trouble with tournament is how like snowbally it is.
Yeah.
Like the first person to pair a tournament with province gets a really huge advantage. I could see loot being more in that direction if you could choose the first loot. There might be some like sword, right? And now you
Yeah.
prevent your opponent from
Well,
getting
I think
loot
you'd have to have it.
somehow, right?
Yeah, if there's two of every loot available where you could only gain one of each loot. That way your opponent still would have a chance to gain the same powerful loot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they could.
So it looks like Agu went with a second Margrave, which is wasn't on my bingo card.
No, I did not expect that. Meanwhile, VRSmith picks up 2 villages, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
And they'll get to pick up a 3rd village here because they played the Conjurer, and maybe even a 4th if they trash a copper with steel.
Yeah. Or you could ditch here. I don't know. I don't know.
Fortress, and then what are you hoping to? I mean, or you could just not play the student and buy a Margrave, given that you're going to have 3 villages in your deck.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like saving the favor just in case you get attacked by Margrave.
Yeah.
It's always good to have one of those favors there.
Yeah, I like that play. VRSmith needs that Margrave, and with 3 villages, it's a great time to pick it up.
Lich in the house.
Any Lich tricks on this kingdom? Probably not, huh? Nothing unusual, anyway.
At some point, there may be flag bearers in the trash, but where nobody's cracked open that can. So
yeah, look at this turn.
Very good to see the Margrave there for VRSmith.
Yeah, especially with 3 villages.
But hey, Agu's got a good start too.
Yeah, another Margrave. Yeah. Yeah, I like how VRSmith played this. I definitely would not have gone about it building in the way that she did, but it clearly seems to be working out well.
Yeah, Charlatan first was unexpected, but probably, I'd say almost certainly hurt Agu more than the Margrave attack would be.
Yeah, given Desert Guides for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine to pick up 2 fortresses here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and VRSmith picking up the Conjurer when she did was pretty key as well. It could have been easy to miss that and then be locked out of the Conjurer for a while. Because gaining all these fortresses is really nice. Necessary.
Yeah, so that's going to be potentially a 6-4 fortress split if VRSmith wants it.
Fortress Astrolabe? I mean, you don't really need an Astrolabe, right?
4A doesn't do anything mono.
Yeah.
You need 3 unique cards. 4A is really niche.
Yeah, you'd have to not play the Conjurer, but you want to get all the villages.
Well, you would just play a copper instead of copper silver, but it's just like.
Oh yeah. I see. Because
I'd rather buy Fortress Astrolabe.
Yeah, you got to take the last fortress here. You just have to.
Silver apparently instead of Astrolabe.
Yeah, that's fine. You've got 2 Margraves for plus buy.
Yeah, I guess. I just don't think the silver does much.
Yeah, I could see passing
like
there.
Triumph is in the kingdom. I would have preferred Astrolabe.
Oh yeah, good point. I forgot about Triumph. Yeah, that extra buy might come in handy. Yeah, and it keeps the card out of your deck for one turn too, which is nice. So yeah, Astrolabe would be better.
Is definitely awkward here. Funny thing is, VRSmith hasn't used Student on Estate a single time.
Is that right?
So they still got all their
Oh yeah,
their
they got
estates.
their 3 starting VP still. That's interesting. And they're out of favors too, which is could make this turn a bit rough.
Could be. Yeah, and what do you gain with Conjurer now?
Yeah, it's Conjurer's
Could
all
be
of a sudden
Flag
pretty
Bearer.
sad. Yeah. Although
I mean, especially for VRSmith, who has the 6 fortresses.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, as Agu, I don't think I would start a flag war, given that you have fewer
No.
villages.
Nah, trashing Estate and picking up a Margrave looks fine to me as Agu. I think you're going to want 3 Margraves in the deck.
I think as Agu, maybe you just undo and don't even play the Conjurer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't mind Astrolabe at all. Yeah.
There you go. You got it. Yeah, it's just both players
A
are.
pair of Astrolabes is nice.
Yeah. Now, do you
Yeah,
start?
kind of awkward turn for VRSmith.
Yeah, I guess you could start the flag war as VRSmith if you want. Yep.
Although Flag is even bad into Margrave, right? It's like, oh, great, you get an extra card.
Yeah, it's one more
You get yourself to
card
discard
of
down to 3.
search space, but you're gonna have to discard.
Although, honestly, that search space seems pretty valuable given that
Yeah.
you still haven't seen your Margrave.
Yeah. Both of them down there, right?
Yep. So you will see it. I think it's guaranteed.
Playing Conjurer over. Oh, is it 7-3? I don't know. I'm not sure what the split ended up. I know
Yeah,
it went to VRSmith, but I'm not sure how. Ooh, Staff is a nice pull. I guess not as critical now with plenty of fortresses, but it's still a nice. 7-4 now. Why 7-4?
So you can like play Conjurer with Staff all the time.
Yeah. Staff has it. So that would be 6-5, right? Not 7-4 or 7-5. If we're counting Staff as the 11th village. Uh-oh. DZ played a board out of your nightmares, Aguchi. What is Guide Weaver Experiment Tower?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't
that is a nightmare.
You don't like the what do you not like about that? The Weavers?
Well, I mean, it depends on the rest of the kingdom. If it was literally just that, it'd be fine. But if the kingdom gave you hope that you could actually build a deck where you get control and have fun,
yeah. Otherwise,
then,
you're just
then it'd be painful.
Guiding away your hands so you can weave for experiments and just kind of keep rinsing.
Because that kingdom as described, you never get control. You just do stupid stuff until the piles are empty.
You just keep replenishing your experiments with Weaver and a lot of wheel spinny stuff.
I don't even know that experiment is very important, to be honest.
All right, a 4th Margrave for Agu. Feeling the Staff.
I think it's reasonable. Like, you don't want a dud, so that helps. Helps you avoid the dud. I just don't know where you go from here, honestly, for either player. I'm just a little confused. about the end game of this board.
Yeah, VRSmith definitely needs another Margrave. They've got 9 cards down there with
For sure.
no draw.
And they didn't even get to play their student.
Didn't get to play their student and replenish a favor. Yeah, that's no good.
Yep. Okay, there we go.
Remedied the Margrave situation, but I'm going to have another...
At what cost?
Dud here. Well, maybe they can draw around to a Margrave with if Agoo plays 4 Margraves or even 3 Margraves. They have a shot at finding one here, I guess. Not a very good shot.
For the record, Agoo has 4 fortresses. There was some discussion in the chat whether it was a 7-3 split. No, it's 6-4.
Yeah, and Agoo's not going to play a 4th Margrave here, but... Oh, look at that. They do play a 4th Margrave, and it finds a Margrave for Smith.
They get rewarded by not drawing their final fortress.
Yeah, that's very fortunate.
What happened with VRSmith? I'm pretty sure the lack of a 3rd Margrave really hurt. And also having no favors.
Yeah, not trashing the student was...
Wait, how did VRSmith get a Margrave in hand? What did I miss?
Agoo played 4 Margraves, so it cycled through and triggered a shuffle.
Oh my goodness. All right, well.
Yeah. So now VRSmith has 4 fortresses and 3 Margraves down in those 21 cards, so could be... She could have a turn here.
Yeah. Okay, we're considering foray.
Akuchi and agoo03 could be the same person.
They're on to me.
You're using this commentary experience to help play better.
My Japanese alter ego.
There you go. So what are you doing here as Agoo? Are you greening now?
That's the question, isn't it?
By greening would obviously mean triumph.
Because it's tough to do any more with the deck. Like, you've kind of maxed out your terminal space.
Yeah, unless you get another staff with your foray here.
Even still, you can't, like, staff draw, really, so.
Yeah, true. You're using the staff to play a conjurer or a student.
Flag bearer or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, or a flag bearer.
I just don't know.
4 triumphs?
Foray was an interesting idea.
Would you... Boy. Oh, Lich. Wow. Is there good stuff in the trash?
Maybe the game's over. Is the game over? Is that what Agoo is saying? Can they buy Margrave and 5 Astrolabes and then triumph and win?
Next turn, you mean?
I don't know.
They didn't triumph. Interesting. I thought they would score there. I guess they don't need to score because I guess VRSmith can't win here.
There's no...
I assume VRSmith is going to...
I think Agoo can win.
On their turn, you think Agoo can win?
Potentially, right? So Conjurer can gain an Astrolabe, and so they need 17 coins and 7 buys. Well, and they definitely have the buys.
VRSmith is almost certainly going to
they had 15
triumph
coins
at least once here.
Well, once isn't enough. But yeah, if VRSmith like buys Province Triumph or whatever, like yeah, okay. But I'm saying like Agoo is threatening to win if VRSmith does not
doesn't score enough. Yeah.
They need 17 coins. I think they probably have that. They probably counted it out.
So what's the decision point here?
Oh, there's also curses is another potential.
VRSmith finally crashed an estate.
So Margrave, buy a bunch of curses, double triumph, is maybe even triple triumph. Yeah. Margrave, a bunch of curses, triple triumph, is now a line for Agoo to consider.
Ooh, we're gaining a lich on this side as well. Oh, that could be rough, but VRSmith has some villages down there that they'll presumably see.
I think this is game.
Yeah, they didn't score, did they? It better be game if you're playing a lich.
Fortress here, though.
What's that?
You need to see Fortress here. Okay, you're good. Yeah, there it is. We will see it. I have no doubt. Astrolabe's coming in clutch.
Yeah, those buys.
Yep, get an Astrolabe, play it. A bit of trash to curse, but...
Yeah, how about Japan? We got an all-Japanese final, don't we? Triple triumph? Yeah, I guess no amount of scoring for Smith would have prevented that. Well, well done.
Good line for Agoo to find with the lich. Yeah. Congratulations.
With the pressure on in a game 6 as second player. It was well done. Very well done.
Indeed, yeah. So the finals will be agoo03 versus... I'm loading
Siami
4, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. 3 versus 4. But they're the 15 seed versus the 18 seed.
Okay.
All right, and we're guaranteed to have a new champion.
A first time ever, yeah.
Neither of those players,
that's great.
Both of them are, in fact, neither of them made the top 8 before this year, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Exciting stuff.
Good match. Yeah, and congratulations to VRSmith for making it so far yet again.
Yep.
Close match. Thanks for commentating with me, Sounder.
Yeah, thanks, Aku. It was good. Appreciate it.
All right, stay tuned or catch us for the finals of the 2023 Online Championship. Later.
Bye.